The Pacers are home for the holidays. The next 3 games will be played before family and friends and Santa at Conseco Fieldhouse. Starting with tonight, the first trip of the season to Indiana for Allen Iverson and the Philadelphia 76ers. Hi, everybody, and a happy holidays. And the Pacers tonight run into the talk of the NBA. Allen Iverson, back-to-back 50-point games. He's the 7th player ever to do that. And tonight, Quinn, he looks to join only Wilt Chamberlain and Michael Jordan, guys who have done that in 3 consecutive games.
Al, he's an unusual player. I don't think there's any question about it. When you look at him, he's about 6'1", 175, but he is capable of putting up big numbers. You can take a look at his last 2 contests. He's the leading scorer in the league. He's a guy that can make shots and make plays in a variety of ways. The Pacers have got to be prepared to get the ball out of his hand. Now, the last time the Pacers played, Allen Iverson had an opportunity to do something he's never done before. With the score tied at the end of regulation, he hits a game-winning shot. He had never been able to do that before, Al, so that's an unusual circumstance for him. So as I said, you've got to keep an eye on him and try to keep the ball away from him.
And he was also held only 15 points that night and missed 18 shots, but there he was to take the winner. Well, that's the marquee matchup. Allen Iverson is the point guard going up against Jamal Tinsley. Iverson has been unstoppable. Tinsley has been another of the hottest point guards in the league right now.
No, there's no doubt about it. I mean, he's had 33 points in the Chicago Bulls game. I mean, he was the only offense, 15 for 54 from everybody else, but he's doing it here against Toronto. They've done it against Chicago. He is the only guy that really can create his shots. He was making those shots. Look for him to try to get his offense going. Maybe even post up Iverson down during the game.
All right, so all eyes will be on those 2, Iverson and Tinsley, but there is another matchup that will also be watching very closely.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye on Kyle Korver. Now, here's a guy that's an outstanding 3-point shooter. He's able to knock down 3-point shots. He made 8 shots in the contest that the Pacers lost there. This is the one that tied it up to send the game into overtime. 7 of his 8 shots were 3-pointers. You've got to get to him early.
Also, the feisty one missed that first Philadelphia game, as did Freddie Jones, and that could be a difference.
Well, I think so, because Fred Jones is a very solid defensive player, can stay down on the ground and keep contact with Kyle Korver. You can't afford to lose him. Fred Jones will get an opportunity for that tonight, Al.
So Jones is back on the floor, as is Jeff Foster. He missed that first Philly game. He has been mind-boggling since his return from injury. He's ripped down a career-high 18 rebounds, not once, not twice, but 3 times in the last 4 games. It's extreme feistiness looking to get in the way of extreme scoring Allen Iverson. Pacers and Sixers on FSN Midwest.
What's driving Indiana? Ford F-150. It's got the pulling power to easily merge onto 465 with a boat in tow. No other truck can pull more or haul more. Ford F-150. It's not just built for tough, it's driving Indiana. And now get $4,000 cash back plus $1,000 bonus cash for a total of up to $5,000 cash. Visit your Indiana Ford store today. F-150. Built for the road ahead.
I will pass some blind curves.
I will back up on the interstate.
Disregard stop signs. Run red lights.
Refuse to yield.
Fall asleep at the wheel.
Tailgate at high speeds.
I will drink and drive.
Even in good weather, there are still hazardous driving conditions.
I will never see you coming.
I will be out there, but safety starts with you. Buckle up, drive safe, arrive alive.
Fajitas.
Ooh, fajita. Ah!
Ooh, fajitas. There's a whole new way to look at fajitas.
Ooh, fajitas.
The Fajita Grilled Stuffed Burrito from Taco Bell. Loaded with authentic carne asada steak and grilled fajita vegetables. All wrapped in a flour tortilla and grilled to go.
Ooh, fajitas.
For sizzling fajita taste, think outside the bun.
This holiday season, take a look at what you have. You may discover you're already rich.
It's big, it's here, and it's better than ever. Toyotathon 05. The year's biggest event is on with the largest selection and great values on your favorite Toyota trucks. Like the awesome full-size Tundra, now with 1.9% financing for 60 months or 1,000 customer cash. And you have to see the all-new Tacoma, bigger and more powerful with an available 245 horsepower V6 engine. And check out its deck rail system. Toyotathon 05. Quality, selection, value. Now that's moving you forward.
Pacers basketball on FSN Midwest is brought to you by your local Indiana Ford dealers and by CarQuest. Welcome back to Conseco Fieldhouse, everybody. Getting ready for the tip-off between the Pacers and the 76ers. And although these two teams met about a month ago, they are still two different-looking teams tonight. Allen Iverson was 4 of 22 that night, but he did hit the game-winning shot in overtime to lead the Sixers to victory. In his last 2 games, he's had back-to-back 50-plus nights, 51 and 54 points, respectively. We spoke with the Indiana Pacers sharpshooter, Reggie Miller, on what it's going to be like to face the challenge, a.k.a. Allen Iverson.
Yeah, he's been very hot, back-to-back 50-point games. But that's nothing new for us. Having a chance to play him in the playoffs 2 years back, we know what kind of runs he can go on. And, it's going to take a maximum effort from everyone, our point guards as well as our shooting guards, because we're all going to have a shot at guarding them at some point in time during the game.
Defensively, the Indiana Pacers certainly have their hands full with Allen Iverson, Kyle Korver, and company tonight with the Philadelphia 76ers. Stay tuned, everybody. Tip-off is coming up between the Pacers and the 76ers. It's their second meeting in a month, but they face different-looking teams tonight. It's the Sixers and the Pacers. Tip-off coming up next.
Wednesday and Thursday only at Circuit City. All CDs are on sale for just $9.99 or less. Choose from thousands of the hottest CDs. All on sale for just $9.99 or less Wednesday and Thursday only. And while you're there, be sure to pick up a Circuit City gift card, too. It's the perfect gift for everyone on your list. Last-minute shopping has never been easier. Hurry into Circuit City today. You're just what I needed.
With faster acceleration than a BMW 325xi and an Audi TT, the all-new Hemi-powered Jeep Grand Cherokee conquers the road like a sports car. And with our exclusive QuadraDrive 2 4-wheel drive system, it conquers everything else like a trail-rated Jeep 4x4. Now, during the Jeep year-end sales drive, get a combined cash allowance of $2,000 on Grand Cherokee. Hurry, ends January 3rd.
This week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Tiger Woods, the Eagles, Terrell Owens, and former Lakers coach Phil Jackson. This week at 9 and midnight Eastern.
On the football field, no one was tougher than Iron Mike Ditka.
The most intense football player I'd ever been around.
As a coach, his passion consumed him.
High voltage temper, out of control most of the time.
His intensity turned a dying franchise into a champion.
The greatest honor was winning the Super Bowl as the coach of the Bears.
That nearly cost him his life in return.
I don't think anyone was shocked when Mike had his heart attack.
Beyond the Glory, Sunday at a special time on FSN.
Conseco Fieldhouse on this holiday night. The Indiana Pacers with a record of 12 and 11, home for the next 3 ball games, with Detroit coming in Saturday, then New Orleans on Monday. And the Philadelphia 76ers, who have won 10 and they have lost 14, but in the Atlantic Division, that's just 2.5 games from first place. The Pacers just 2 games away from first place Cleveland in the Central Division. Starting lineup, Austin Crozier is back after missing the last 3 games because of the ankle sprain. James Jones, Jeff Foster, who has been on fire on the boards, Reggie Miller, and Jamal Tinsley coming off his career-high 33 points against Chicago. And Rick Carlisle fashioning the 15th different starting lineup this year in 24 games. But for Rick, a luxury tonight. Only the second time this season he will have the maximum 12 players dressed for this game. And now, Allen Iverson leading the way for the 76ers. And he is on the floor with the rookie out of Arizona, Andre Iguodala, the veteran Kenny Thomas, Samuel D'Alembert, the shot-blocking threat in the middle, and Willie Green alongside of Allen Iverson. And that's the lineup for Jim O'Brien in his first year as coach of the 76ers. New coach, many new players, new lineup, new rotation, and just starting to get things together. This team has won 4 of their last 6 games. Well, the buzz this afternoon, the ruling by arbitrator Roger Kaplan that would reduce Jermaine O'Neal's suspension to 15 games, make him eligible to return Saturday against the Pistons. And then a possible Christmas gift for Rick Carlisle and the Pacers, although Ron Artest and Steve Jackson not on Santa's list. They did not get the reduction from the arbitrator. It will now go to federal court tomorrow, 10 a.m., for a ruling whether the arbitrator has the jurisdiction to make that change. So stay tuned tomorrow. And Indiana looking for that Christmas present of Jermaine O'Neal in the lineup Saturday against Detroit. The opening tip, and it goes to the 76ers. They have won 3 and lost 8 on the road. They opened on the road with a win in Boston, lost 8 in a row, but have come back to win their last 2 road games at Chicago and at Milwaukee. Quinn, let's take a look at the Indiana Ford Store's keys to the game.
You got to be ready to go. And I mean, go and get back and get into the offense. I think that's first of all. Then be offensive. First of all, 15 of 54 against the Bulls, 27%. Got to be offended by that and be much better. And then Allen Iverson, right now, hot, just missed that jump shot. So you've got to be aware of him. Try to keep the ball out of his hand.
He's taken 60 shots in the last couple of games. Had a very poor outing against Indiana, held to just 15. That's his second low of the season, and missed 18 shots in that ball game. And Iverson sitting on history here tonight. Only 2 players ever have scored 50 points in 3 consecutive ball games. And Tinsley starts off at the foul line. Tinsley has been remarkable, although struggling at the foul line through his recent success. And also difficulty with turnovers, but that's because he has been the guy in trying to make so many things happen with the injuries. The Pacers a season low 71 points in Chicago, of which Tinsley had 33 of them. The rest of the team at 38. And the Sixers have been a very high-scoring team in the last 5 games, averaging 108 points per game. Nice near swipe by James Jones. The last 3 games for Tinsley since returning from that ankle injury, and that averages out to 28 points a game. You know the game he had against Chicago, how sensational? That's a normal Allen Iverson night.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He may take that many shots and have that kind of night. Allen is such an unusual player. Slight, but has a very, very unusual quickness for a guy that plays in this league. I don't care any size.
But tonight he'll have to also guard a very aggressive Jamal Tinsley, but they have Willie Green now on him. Iverson underneath on Miller, and they'll call the foul on Reggie.
Yeah, well, that's what they've done. They put Allen on Reggie, because what they know at this point that Allen Iverson playing Jamal Tinsley, because Tinsley's looking more for his offense than Reggie has. So that may mean let's get the ball to Reggie a bit more.
And at the other end of the floor, Iverson makes the move, trying to get Tinsley in foul trouble. Very impressive rookie, Iguodala, and that goes out of bounds. And it will be Philadelphia ball. So Iguodala came out of Arizona after his sophomore season, who's the 9th pick in the draft, and steps right into the starting lineup. Just an all-around player, great athlete. Reminds many of a young Scottie Pippen. Isolated Iverson. Certainly looks like he's going for the record here tonight. How many shots already has he taken? And he has hit his last 2.
Yeah, he's got 3 up already. He's made 2 of those.
And we played a minute and a half. There is the tip, and here is Iguodala, who loves to run that fast break. The trailer is D'Alembert, not the number 1 choice, but run down. That's what Iguodala does.
You're right, Al. That's what he does. James Jones has got to be aware that this guy makes plays.
And it's off of D'Alembert and out of bounds.
No, it's off of Austin.
Oh, they turn it around. Philly ball.
Well, here's Allen Iverson. Gets to the previous possession. You see, gets in the paint. And at 6'1", he still rises. He gets up quickly. Just has a real explosive game.
The first man to score 50 points back-to-back since Antoine Jameson did it 4 years ago. Last man to do it 3 times in a row was Michael Jordan in 1987. Wilt Chamberlain holds the record 7 straight times. 50 points in a game. That was the season he averaged 50 points. That year he did it 45 times, so there were several streaks. This is Kenny Thomas, and swept away by Reggie Miller. Slow start to shooting-wise for Indiana in that they've only taken one shot. Crozier with the fake, and Crozier will have to go up again. Heavy traffic, no foul call. And Crozier, who never argues with the official, has a couple of words with Joe Forte there. Iverson comes back, swish.
Yeah, he's feeling it too.
Iverson, 3 field goals, 6 points in 2.5 minutes. When he scored 54 against Milwaukee, he had 33 in the first half. 51 against Utah, he had 32 in the second half. Tinsley fading away.
Hal, he's got it going as well. I mean, he's making tough shots. He is the one guy on the team that can get his own shot.
Well, so far it's Iverson 6 and Tinsley 4. The key matchup here tonight, and they are taking off early. Witness of James Jones deflects that with 8 seconds to shoot. Last time they met, Iverson actually held to 15. Tinsley just looking to share the basketball on that night. They're taking only 5 shots. Iverson, off balance, turns into a pass to Kenny Thomas and a basket.
I mean, you got Allen doing exactly what you want. Don't get a foul call, and he loses it to Kenny Thomas.
8-4 lead for the 76ers, who tonight begin a monster 8-game road trip. They won't play again until Monday, so they'll go home for the holidays. Then they go west for 7 games. Tinsley, there's the force, and there is another force in Foster. The force inside is Jeff Foster, who has hit for double-doubles in each of his last 4 games.
Offensive.
And it's on Iverson. So Iverson is all over the stat sheet here early.
So is Jeff Foster getting this rebound right here, able to put it back in. He also got the offensive foul called on the next play against Allen Iverson.
He's played only 6 games, and this is what he's done the last 4. In double figures in points and rebounds in each. Miller works on Iverson for the step back swish. Reggie Miller taking advantage of the height difference. Reg at 6'7", Iverson at 6 feet, and he ties it up at 8. Willie Green, an explosive scores. Started the last 3 games next to Iverson. Iverson with the heave, and there is a quick whistle. Tinsley with a look at the official.
That's 3 shots too. That's behind the 3-point line.
First foul on Tinsley.
You'll see right here, watch. Yeah, he got to his right hand as he's shooting a 3-point shot. You don't foul jump shooters.
So Iverson will get 3 in his 2 50-point performances. He had been to the foul line 38 times, scoring 27. Actually left 11 points there, but he is all over the league rankings. #1 scorer. He has been the scoring champion on 3 occasions. And remember how last season ended for him, Quinn. He was injured, he was pouting, he only played 48 games, and actually the Sixers were winning more without him at the end of the year than with him, and the talk was whether he would return as a Sixer or Philadelphia looking to shop him around. But Jim O'Brien becomes the new coach, and he was adamant about wanting to coach Allen Iverson. They have formed a very nice combination in a relationship. Foster grinds it inside again. There's Foster down under, and he ties the score at 10. 5 minutes into this first quarter. Jeff Foster had 18 rebounds in 3 of the last 4 ball games. Green no. Tinsley now starts out. Pacers look to take the lead. Reggie will get to the foul line. Indiana starting to pick up the pace. The call goes against Willie Green, his first foul.
Well, Reggie can make the shot. Willie Green attacked at the 3-point line. Reggie saw him coming and took advantage of Willie Green. He was a little bit off balance, and you see Green having to grab that left arm, and Reggie goes to the motion of shooting and gets fouled.
Reggie Miller moving up on the all-time game list tonight, 1,331st ball game, all with the Pacers. He has just moved ahead of Moses Malone and into the 6th spot all-time. He makes the 2 foul shots. He's batting 1,000 from the foul line so far this year in his 8 games, 24 for 24.
What was that?
Well, play continues. Iverson takes that Reggie Miller drop back. D'Alembert, with the great leaping ability, gives him another shot for 3. And this time Crozier clears the way for Foster. Tinsley backing in and loses the ball. Now it's a fast break, turns into a 3-on-1. Oh, and the man back was James Jones at 6'8", 200. Sometimes hard to see him, and he just slithered in to make the defensive play.
Well, in Miami, he was a better inside player, defensive player, led them in block shots, timed that one by Willie Green. Pacers thought the ball might have been knocked out off of Green coming in, but Sixers get it back.
Pacers, through all their problems this season, now have a complement of full complement of 12 players. 12-11's the record, tied with Detroit, and 2 games behind Cleveland. And Cleveland tonight on the road in New Jersey, while Detroit home against the hot Chicago Bulls, who have won 4 in a row. Tinsley again tries to isolate, and D'Alembert helps out, and they catch D'Alembert, I believe, for defensive 3 seconds.
That's a bad call. Because D'Alembert, the ball is being passed, and he's running, and they're calling that's a bad call. Pacers got to be aware of that.
And a timeout taken. Pacers at the foul line when we return.
It's 2 weeks to deal, where qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can lease the exciting Sebring sedan for just $149 a month. Or choose the spacious Town & Country, the first minivan with stow-and-go seating and storage. And even the adventurous 4-wheel drive Jeep Liberty, your choice for only $149 a month. Plus, pay no security deposit. But hurry, 2 weeks to deal ends January 3rd. So get to...
When the truth is...
I'd like my computer to slow down. Way down. Slow.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus.
Slow.
Because they're not nearly as protected as they think they are.
Like holiday traffic.
That's why America Online now gives away virus protection to all our members. Absolutely free.
That'd be great.
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
It's all true. It just hasn't happened yet.
Season's greetings from FSN Midwest.
Indiana Pacers grinding it out here early with Philadelphia, 2-point lead, and Allen Iverson has 8 of those 10 Philadelphia points. Could it be 50 in 3 consecutive games? Saturday against Milwaukee, the 54. Then Monday night comes back, flexing his muscles with 51, although that was a loss to Utah. And here's the list. Allen Iverson becomes the 7th player to do 50s back-to-back. And how about Wilt Chamberlain? 7 in a row. He also, that year, 61-62, he was also in Philadelphia, but it was the Philadelphia Warriors. And that's a season in which Wilt averaged 50 points per ball game. Matter of fact, that's the year he had the 100-point game in Hershey, Pennsylvania against the Knicks. And in that game, he had 59 points in a half.
Ooh.
Second half, he was held to 41 in the first half. And he came back with 59. So the Knicks unable to continue that defensive pressure on Wilt in that first half. And how about Jamal Tinsley continues his hot shooting. That's for 3. Tinsley now with 7. He's step for step with Iverson. And the Pacers open up a 6-point lead. Iguodala. And here's Indiana on the run. Crozier back in the starting lineup. James Jones, he could hit the 3, but comes up short, run down by Foster. Miller shoots. Miller, no. Pacers on a 12-2 run. The shooting gallery from downtown after missing 15 of 16 attempts in Chicago. And Iverson draws the crowd.
That's Tinsley's second.
So Tinsley now has had a foul on Iverson from three-point land and also from right underneath.
Yeah, he came behind him late, and Allen is so slight. He will go down. Now, the thing about him that you have to admire is that he'll get back up and get into the battle.
And that's been the amazing thing about Iverson. And the 76ers also wondered that they might not be able to move him. As great a player as he is, just with the high maintenance of last year and how banged up he is and the big contract, whether he'll actually fulfill it because of all the injuries. Changes made. Reggie Miller goes to the bench. He struck for 5. Foster is also out. And the rookie David Harrison will come in. He's been starting over the course of the last few games, but the back spasms in Chicago, he only played 9 minutes. He is still not 100%, and Rick Carlisle before the game was wondering whether to start him or not. He just felt it'd be better for him to come off the bench. So Harrison in the middle. Anthony Johnson also checks in. He rises. And Philadelphia, number 4, Andre Iguodala, who is the only 76er to have started every game this year. That's the rookie. Iverson being pushed by Johnson, and there is the foul. So Anthony Johnson and Iverson is going for it here tonight. There's no question about it.
And Albert, what really gets you in trouble when you're playing against a guy like Allen Iverson is when he gets to the foul line. And so far he's been there 5 times. Now he's about to shoot his 6th and 7th foul shot. You mentioned already in the 2 games he had 50. In 1 game he shot 17 foul shots and made 11. Then he shot 21 foul shots. You must keep him off the foul line.
Well, he's 5 of 6 tonight. This is what he was all game in the first meeting against Indiana when he's held to 15 points. He's got a point on Kobe. So the 76ers playing their 25th game of the season. It's a dozen for Iverson. And we still have 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And only one other Sixer has scored. Kenny Thomas has a field goal. And this again a foul on D'Alembert. So the big man has his 2nd personal foul. Out of Haiti, went to school in Seton Hall. Jim O'Brien inserted D'Alembert into the starting lineup the last 6 games, and he has seen a noticeable difference. Philly winning those 4. D'Alembert came off the bench the previous 6, and the Sixers lost all 6 of those games. But the first start for D'Alembert against Chicago, he had 13 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 blocked shots. And in Philly, they were wondering why he was not starting. He finished last year in terrific fashion, D'Alembert.
Well, one of the reasons that it turned out was because, well, after he recovered from his injury, is that Mark Jackson was a guy that could score the ball. And with Allen Iverson, sometimes people may feel that you want another scorer on the floor. And I think that's the way Jim O'Brien went about it. But eventually they realized they needed someone to rebound and protect the basket. And D'Alembert is better at that than is Mark Jackson, who just came in for D'Alembert.
Jackson struck for 21 against the Pacers in the first game, and he goes right at it. Thomas over the back of Crozier, and the foul is on Kenny Thomas, who is just returning after missing the last couple of games because of mid-back strain and stretching the back out on that league. Big rebounder last year in the top 10 in the NBA and 10 per ball game. Anthony Johnson stopped by Iverson. 4 minutes still remaining in this first. Iverson already has 12 points. Crozier with a finger roll, and he is back in the scoring column. His last game was 10 days ago, and he scored 21, and that's a foul on Iverson.
That's his 2nd, too, and great anticipation that time by Anthony Johnson, who felt like Allen wanted to get to that right hand, and I mean, he cut him off great.
Well, the only ones who may stop Iverson tonight could be the officials. And he remains on the floor with the 2 fouls in this first quarter.
That's the one thing about a guy getting 50 points. That means your team starts depending on you offensively.
Jones gets himself in trouble, and Iverson is gone.
I mean, he covers what he really does out. He covers territory very fast, like no one else in the league.
3.5 minutes to go at this pace. If Iverson finishes this quarter with 14, he would score 56 tonight. James Jones off on the mark. And there is Johnson. And he gets the hop on that one. Anthony didn't get it this afternoon from the arbitrator. As his 5-game suspension from the brawl was upheld. Of course, he's already served the suspension, but Anthony was hoping to get a little bit back of $122,000. He loses because of those 5 days and 5 games out. Pacers will have the ball. They've come on here and lead the Sixers late in the first.
There's only 2 weeks to deal on America's hottest products. For 2 weeks only, buy any new Dodge and make no monthly payments until May 2005. Or lease and pay no security deposit. Now qualified returning Daimler Chrysler lessees can grab a Dodge Grand Caravan SXT for just $199 a month. Plus grab Dodge's 770 Powertrain Limited Warranty. But you've got to get it in gear because 2 weeks to deal ends January 3rd.
At CarQuest, our people go above and beyond the call of duty to help the technician working on your car by supplying them with superior service and only quality auto parts. And with nearly 4,000 stores and over 130,000 CarQuest parts to choose from, we'll be there when you need us. CarQuest, the professional choice.
Reggie Miller cuts into the corner. Over Desmond Mason. Oh, my God, be kidding me. Oh, my goodness. Watch Jeff Foster. I can't believe it.
He actually was the first one to say, he said something to me the next day. I guess someone had told him about it. Why was I shaking my head when he made the shot? It's just unbelievable. I mean, he does it on such a high percentage of his game-winning shots or game-tying shots. And I was shaking my head the other night against Toronto and thinking about all the times and just how sorely he's going to be missed whenever he decides to leave.
The amazing Uncle Reggie. And when he came off the injured list, he hit 8 of 13 in those first 2 games running on adrenaline. He has cooled off since, but of those 4 3-pointers that he has made, even though he has cooled off, those were the big shots. He's still there when needed with that 1 second on the shot clock in the closing seconds against Toronto, and the shot you just saw against Milwaukee down the stretch to bring Indiana to within 1 in a comeback bid. And Uncle Reggie starts tonight with 5 points, and now we'll get the luxury of some rest time with the Pacers. Actually, a full roster of 12 players tonight. We see another one on the floor now, and Marcus Hayslip got some very nice playing time in Chicago. And Kyle Korver, who hit for 7 3-pointers in the first meeting against Indiana, he's on the floor wearing number 26. Corliss Williamson, the former 6-man award winner, he's on the floor. But the Pacers continue to put the pressure on the Sixers. Indiana trailed early in the game and have now taken the lead. Crozier is open for 3. And it's run down by Fred Jones. Harrison is open for 2.
Nice job by Fred to come up with that long rebound.
And Quinn, that's what we're talking about. In the first meeting, Fred Jones was one of the many Pacers who did not play, allowing Kyle Korver to see a lot of open shots.
Yeah, because Fred's strength, as we talked about, is his defensive ability. Really all the little things.
And it is Jackson inside using the 6'10", 253 pounds.
Probably about 53 are in that lower core area, if you will.
5-point lead for the Pacers. Jackson, who returns home to Philadelphia last year with Minnesota. Here's Jones for the 3, line drive jumper. And Philadelphia just leaves it roll out of bounds. Pacers back on action right here on FSN Midwest. On Monday, when the New Orleans Hornets come to town, coverage will begin with Pacer Game Night. Stacey Pates will have that at 6:30 on FSN Midwest. Jeff Foster back on the floor. Harrison remains on there with him. This could be the final game. The Pacers go without Jermaine O'Neal. Pacers awaiting the ruling. The arbitrator reducing O'Neal's suspension from 25 to 15 games, and tonight is the 15th that he has been out. But it goes to court tomorrow to see if the jurisdiction will be upheld by the courts. Well, the fans applaud that call. A 3-second violation against the 76ers, who roll into town a record of 10-14, but they have won 4 of their last 6, including the last 2 road games. Starting to put it all together under a new coach, and they're certainly in a division, but they're not too far from the top in the Atlantic. Johnson struggles to get it back. Oh, Jackson thought it was off the Pacers. He let it roll out of bounds.
Yeah, the officials right on top of it. It was off of Philadelphia, because Anthony Johnson was in the middle of it, and you'll see right here, I think it's Iguodala, goes off of his leg. You see, goes right off the inside of his left leg. And Jackson, you're right, thought it went off the Pacers.
Pacers have 4 seconds. Johnson just can't get a hold of it. And Anthony having a sequence he'd rather forget there. Just never could get hold of the basketball. You know what we're going to be seeing here now, Quinn? Rick Carlisle has 12 players, so many more different combinations that have not played together yet this year.
Yeah, and that's been something that Rick has really had to deal with, not knowing who he was going to have available. So if you don't know who you want to start, if you take a look at Allen Iverson taking a little bit of a break.
He poured in 14 points already in this first quarter. So it stands. He's on way now. 56 if that pattern continues. Looking for his 3rd consecutive 50-point game. Hasn't been done since Michael Jordan did it in 1987. And the only other player who has scored 50 in 3 or more consecutive games is Wilt the Stilt himself.
You do that. One thing that does, and I'm not sure everybody understands, that takes a lot out of you. You said 87. Michael Jordan had only been in the league about 3 years by that time, so he had those young legs.
And the fresh legs of Jeff Foster, only his 7th ball game, and he's been a rebounding and a scoring machine. A second to shoot. Oh, and he's got it.
How bad was that?
Mark Jackson hits at the buzzer. And that ends the first quarter with the Pacers holding the lead over Iverson and the Sixers on FSN Midwest.
It's 2 weeks to deal, where qualified Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can lease the exciting Crossfire for just $249 a month. Go on-road, off-road, or wherever your heart desires with the legendary performance of Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x4. Or arrive in style, no matter where you're going, in a new Chrysler 300. Your choice for only $249 a month. Plus, pay no security deposit. But hurry, 2 weeks to deal ends January 3rd.
I love this game because these guys do crazy stuff. Oh, what a play!
I love this game because of the non-stop action.
Oh my goodness!
I love this game because when I'm around sweaty men, I smell better.
I love this game because the thrill is never gone.
Francis will take it all away.
I love this game, and if you don't, you're fired.
Part of Showtime Unlimited. Add it for $12 or less per month. Call 1-800-DIRECTV to order now.
Fox Sports World, America's global sports channel.
Happy holidays from FSN Midwest.
One goal. One goal. One goal.
Monday night, it's the Pacers and the Hornets at Conseco Fieldhouse. Call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS. Hey Pacers fans, the Home Court Gift Shop is the place to get this year's hot Christmas item, the Pacers retro jersey from Reggie's rookie season. Available in any player number, or you can customize it. Get your retro today at the Home Court Gift Shop. Everything a Pacer fan needs.
Pacers basketball on FSN Midwest is brought to you by Dodge. To get anywhere, you've got to grab life by the horns. Dodge. And by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey, enjoyed in fine establishments and questionable joints everywhere.
In that first quarter, other than Allen Iverson, the Philadelphia 76ers, the rest of the team have hit 3 field goals, and that's one of them. Degree of difficulty 2.7 at the buzzer, as Allen Iverson will sit out the start of this second period. In the first, he already put together his highlight reel in 11 minutes, took 8 shots, hit 4 of them. Also went to the foul line 7 times, hit 6 of those. And 14 points in 11 minutes for Iverson in the first.
Oh no, they deflected the ball.
And that is not the call. Derek Stafford gives the ball to Philadelphia.
Officials missed that one. Allen gets the rest of, he's got those numbers, but he also has 2 fouls. So that's the other thing I think the Pacers want to try to take advantage of if they can.
Backdoor Williamson, who has started the last couple of games with Kenny Thomas out, but Williamson, who was the 6th-man award winner when he played under Rick Carlisle with Detroit in 2002. Michael Curry, playing his 4th game as a Pacer, also played with Williamson under Rick Carlisle on that Detroit Central Division winning team. 6 seconds to shoot. Jones, no. Foster is open. He shoots. And former Pacer, former everybody, Kevin Ollie.
He's been with a lot of people.
One of the great ones in the league, persevered, and now he's back to Philadelphia for the 3rd time. He's been on 10 different teams. Had a terrific stint with Indiana, coming over with Ron Artest and Brad Miller in that deal with the Bulls for Jalen Rose and Travis Best. Jones fights it all the way, and Freddie Jones has gotten that one down. Doesn't matter who and how many defenders are there with him.
Very confident getting to that right hand, shooting that one off the glass.
And Freddie Jones is guarding Kyle Korver. And that's out of bounds off of Philadelphia. The contention in the first game, Korver, who thrills Jim O'Brien, is a big fan of the three-pointer, hit the 7 3-pointers, but Freddie Jones did not play. And you know, Jones would have been wrapping him up. Korver hit the 3 with 3.7 seconds to go in regulation to send in overtime when Allen Iverson was the hero, scoring the winning basket at the buzzer in OT. Jones gives it to Foster. Oh, a tough shot, and he's got it, and he is fouled.
Well, it really was, because it looked like an opportunity for Jackson to get a charge, but Jeff is able to get to the side, screen and roll. Good pass. Now watch. Jackson gets out. Jeff does a nice job avoiding that, getting hip checked and getting it on the glass.
A twisting move by the feisty one himself, and here he is, Quinn. We're just starting the second quarter, and he's a couple of points shy of double figures right here. Jeff last year averaged 6 points and 7 rebounds a game. And you see what he's doing this season, and he's only played 6 games, and he's still recovering from the hip surgery. So you wonder what he's going to look like when he's at full strength.
You know that he was very much missed. Offensive foul.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's on Williamson.
So Williamson gets his first try to, I thought it might have been Iverson.
Yeah, I know you did.
Who just checked in. 2 minutes in to this second quarter. Jim O'Brien did some great things in Boston. Took over a 12-22 ball club. And then his first full season brought the Celtics to the playoffs for the first time in 7 years, got them to the conference finals. The next year, as the 6th seed, they knocked off the Pacers in the first round. Fred Jones. So Freddie Jones, who, as this season continues, looks to be the Pacers' super sub. So versatile at 6'2". On the defensive end, he's shown that he could guard anybody up to a 6'9" Al Harrington. Korver, there's Jones stopping that three-point attempt. And Indiana gets the ball back. So Freddie Jones on the offensive end, and now here on the defensive end, trying to thwart Korver, who had 5 3-pointers against Utah on Monday in 7 attempts. He has made the second most 3-pointers in the NBA this year, 66.
Yeah, this is a good call here. Let Freddie take. Kyle Korver is a smart defender, but he's not a great defender.
And Jones gets by him.
Oh, yeah, you stay here. Corliss Williamson just pushed Jeff Foster.
And Williamson has his second. So 1 and 2 for Williamson within a matter of possessions.
You see right here, Fred wins it, but you'll see coming out of there all of a sudden, see Jeff, just as he starts to leap, he ends up under the basket because of the foul on Corliss Williamson.
You know, Fred Jones is starting to remind me of with that step and beating people off the dribble, going back to the old Denver Nugget days, and David Thompson. And he's the kind of guy who also has that leaping ability.
He's athletic that way.
Here he goes again, trying to take advantage of Korver on this side of the floor. Gets by him, and again swoops to the hoop. The adventures of Indiana Jones. And he is dissecting Kyle Korver. And it's an 8-0 run for the Pacers.
They put Jim O'Brien in a tough bind because Korver hadn't made a shot. And then defensively, he can't stop Fred Jones. So at some point, you may get that 3-point shooter out of the game. That's why Rick is taking advantage of the fact that Korver can't guard him. See, they've switched and put Aaron McKee on him.
And the Pacers also slowing this down, a half-court game. Philadelphia unable to get out on the break. Nice pass by Jones, the reverse by Foster. And Jeff Foster in double figures already with 10 points. If he gets the double-double, he usually gets the rebounds first.
Well, you got to look at Fred Jones really getting it going, too.
And this will be a foul on Anthony Johnson. Johnson gets his second, but the Pacers lead by 11 with a timeout at Conseco Fieldhouse.
What's driving Indiana? Ford F-150. It's got the pulling power to easily merge onto 465 with a boat in tow. No other truck can pull more or haul more. Ford F-150. It's not just built for tough, it's driving Indiana. And now get $4,000 cash back plus $1,000 bonus cash for a total of up to $5,000 cash. Visit your Indiana Ford store today. F-150. Built for the road ahead.
This holiday season, take a look at what you have. You may discover you're already rich.
On the football field, no one was tougher than Iron Mike Ditka.
The most intense football player I'd ever been around.
As a coach, his passion consumed him.
High voltage temper, out of control most of the time.
His intensity turned a dying franchise into a champion.
The greatest honor was winning the Super Bowl as a coach of the Bears.
That nearly cost him his life in return.
I don't think anyone was shocked when Mike had his heart attack.
Beyond the Glory, Sunday at a special time on FSN.
Welcome back to Conseco Fieldhouse. Holiday feeling here as the Indiana Pacers begin a 3-game homestand with Detroit coming in, 12:30 start, Christmas Day, Saturday, and then the New Orleans Hornets on Monday night starting at 7. So a timeout here at Conseco Fieldhouse in Indiana with Rick Carlisle inserting Fred Jones and Freddie making an impact in a hurry.
Well, we talked about him at the beginning of the game, his ability to make plays. And what we talked about more so was defensively. But there's an opportunity with Kyle Korver not having the foot speed for Freddie to take advantage. Pacers see that opportunity. Fred's done a nice job getting to the rim, either scoring, and on the one time he's got 4 assists. And that's really one of the things I think is really underappreciated about Fred is his ability to find people and deliver the ball where they can score.
He was extremely missed back on November 12th in Philadelphia. 76ers winning it 106-104 in overtime. A gallant effort by Indiana. They were up 17 points with 4 minutes left in the third and then just hanging on because they had addressed only the minimum of 8 players, even though that game, the big 3, were playing, and it was a career high of 39 for Jermaine O'Neal. Artest hit for 29. Steven Jackson had 5 3-pointers at 17 points.
Yeah.
But in the end, 3 players had fouled out, including O'Neal and Tinsley, and the Pacers actually ended the overtime with only 5 players available and just ran out of gas down to the last second. Jones this time over Iguodala. Foster tipping for it, and it's Iverson reeling out.
This is where he's tough.
The alley-oop. Iguodala in traffic. There's Korver for the first open look, and there it is. He doesn't need much time.
Well, it made a difference if he's guarding Fred, it's a little easier. What happened that time is they put Iguodala on Fred, and that means that the other person, it's harder for Fred to get back to Korver, and that's what you got to keep in mind. That's a great move by Austin there.
And to get by the big shot-blocking Samuel Dalembert. And a little twist at the end for Austin Crozier, happy to get back with all the injuries that he has sustained while hanging in there while others fall around him. That's off of Philadelphia. That's their 7th turnover of this first half. So Crozier, the last 3 games out with a sprained ankle, but he's been playing with the cracked rib, and you can see he's still wearing the protector underneath the jersey, the broken bone in his thumb. He also bruised his wrist, playing on until the last one. And I think he had a well-deserved 10 days off, not just for the ankle, but just for everything. He has been the workhorse, as has Jeff Foster here tonight. How about that?
And give Reggie some credit as well. Jeff was able to complete a tough shot out. No doubt about it. Reggie turned the corner. The help came, got there. Just to watch Reggie turn the corner. Dalembert steps out, and you see coming over, tries to be Kenny Thomas. He's just not there in time. So they're putting Kyle Korver in a tough position defensively. He makes decisions, you take advantage. Good play by Austin.
Almost got it back to Foster. 12 points, 4 rebounds for Foster. Turnover number 8. Iverson knew it.
Yeah, he knew he got caught. I think at first he thought that Kyle Korver was going to take the shot. But anyway, he got caught going in the air, coming back, throwing the ball down before he came down. And you're not allowed to do that, to make a pass to yourself.
He's 29 years old in his 9th season. But for Allen Iverson, he must feel as if he's played 16 years with all the banging he has had from players wrestling him and the way he plays the game all over the floor. Jamal Tinsley is back in. They say Reggie Miller was on the sideline. Well, tonight we have a home court gift shop game night special for you, and you'll need it. Selected long sleeve Pacers t-shirts, just $16. So log on to ConsecoFieldhouse.com and click on to home court.
And take a look at how small the Pacers are with this lineup.
And there's the big man, Dalembert, standing above everybody. Iverson wheels around, and it's off of Philly. And out of bounds.
They got Dalembert out there who's really not a threat in the post, so they can go small. Jim O'Brien making a plea.
The 76ers will not return home until January 10th for a game. After this one, they'll actually be home for Christmas, then go back on the road for a Monday game in Portland. And then we'll play 7 games on the West Coast. Oh, Tinsley may have just gotten his 3rd foul, reaching in for the missed shot, and that's the call.
Well, he really did, and he actually had Allen Iverson with Allen's third, because as he starts to turn the corner right here, Allen Iverson gets his hand off of him late. There's no question that he floats, but boy, I'm not so sure that Kenny Thomas didn't move into his position, and a frustrated Jamal Tinsley, who only got to come back out on the floor in less than a minute and a half.
Well, Tinsley coming off the ankle injury. We'll get a chance to rest, and there is the elusive Andre Iguodala.
Oh, no, that was Iguodala. Yeah. Williamson threw it to it, but that's the Boston play. They used to run it with Pierce and Walker.
Timeout taken by the Pacers. They still lead by 8.
It's big, it's here, and it's better than ever. Toyotathon 05. The year's biggest event is on with the largest selection and great values on your favorite Toyota trucks. Like the awesome full-size Tundra, now with 1.9% financing for 60 months or 1,000 customer cash. And you have to see the all-new Tacoma, bigger and more powerful with an available 245 horsepower V6 engine. And check out its deck rail system. Toyotathon 05. Quality, selection, value. Now that's moving you forward.
Ooh, fajitas. Ooh, fajitas. Ooh, fajitas.
There's a whole new way to look at fajitas.
Ooh, fajitas.
Taco Bell's Fajita Grilled Stuffed Burrito. Authentic carne asada steak and grilled fajita vegetables, all wrapped in a flour tortilla and grilled to go.
Ooh, fajitas.
For sizzling fajita taste, think outside the bun.
We got boats, we got boats at Ted's Aquamarine.
Your Mercury outboard dealer. Visit us today for great service, selection, and top name brand boats at affordable prices. The 28th Annual Open House and Fishing Clinic is going on January 8th. Pro fisherman Denny Brower at 11 a.m. and Sunday, local pros at 11 a.m.
Get the boat you want when you see what you like at Ted's Aquamarine.
Yeah.
Pacers basketball on FSN Midwest is brought to you by Toyota. Choose any direction as long as it's moving forward. And by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun.
And we welcome you back to Conseco Fieldhouse. Everybody, the Pacers on top by 8. You know, without Jermaine O'Neal, Ron Artest, and Steven Jackson, I asked Jamal Tinsley just how much his game has changed, and he certainly erupted scoring-wise lately, pouring in a career-high 33 points in Chicago on Saturday night. And he said, I've had to change my game a lot, and I just decided to take it all upon myself. We've been shorthanded so much, and there's so much uncertainty that since we don't know what the lineup looks like, I decided that I'll be the constant, and that's what I'm going to be. And Al, he showed that in Chicago Saturday night with his numbers, don't you think?
Well, he certainly did, and he took 31 shots on that night. His former high was 22, and that's a lot of shots for Tinsley. The Indiana NBA mark in a game is 34. Goes back a few years to Super John Williamson. Miller for three. Swish.
Boy, he was determined to get that shot off. Came off a screen and had the ball fake just to get himself a clean look. And Reggie doesn't normally do that. Must have been called out of the timeout.
Under the radar screen tonight, Reggie Miller, a quiet 8 points in the time that he has played. A very loud 18 for Iverson. This time he gets the assist. And D'Alembert smacks in his first field goal. Iverson this year placed at the point guard position from the shooting guard of last year. Jim O'Brien making the move. Iverson's averaging 7 assists a game. Reggie looking around. He wanted that shot. Instead, the foul is called on Kyle Korver.
And on the last possession, you see Reggie look. He ball fakes, gets Korver up. And there's no question because he gets his head up right away and he's looking at the basket. So much so that they've been putting pressure on Korver. They're taking him out and coming with some quickness in Willie Green. But I'm not sure. Willie Green's an offensive player too. So Reggie's going to be tough to deal with because he's got his offensive confidence going.
Well, Korver has the big three-point shooting repertoire, but on the other end of the floor, he's given up 3 field goals to Fred Jones and that 3 to Reggie Miller. So he has been outscored 9-2 in his short stint. This is on D'Alembert, so he has picked up his 3rd personal foul. First-round draft pick out of Seton Hall. Came out after his sophomore season. Jim O'Brien, players coach, extremely well respected and liked around the league. And he returns home to Philadelphia. He started at St. Joe's, was assistant coach there. He's the son-in-law of Jack Ramsey, and he is all Philadelphia, and he has embraced Allen Iverson, and likewise Iverson has embraced O'Brien and trying to put it together here in Philly. Interesting note, Glenn Robinson, the big dog, has been out all season because of tendonitis of the ankle, but he had not been around the team, but yesterday he practiced with the Sixers. He will probably travel with the team when they head out to the West Coast, and they may activate him on the trip if he feels he can go. Speculation all along was that they were trying to move Glenn Robinson and make a deal.
And it's been hard to figure out as you talk to their staff whether Glenn decided he wanted to play or if all of a sudden he realized that he wasn't going to get traded, which he really wanted, without being on the floor. Tough play. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's a tough one.
But a great save by Crozier. Alley-oop. Oh!
Fred was going to have to adjust, and he knew it because Jackson was coming. Right here, nice job. The one thing that Harrison does well is he can block shots. Does a nice job forcing that miss on the part of Corliss Williamson.
Well, he has 19 blocked shots in the previous 4 ball games. Running after that with Jackson. And we'll call a foul on Harrison, forcing Jackson out of bounds.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's a tough one there.
So the first foul on Harrison and Philly with the ball.
Now watch the ball. I mean, Jackson gets over there. Oh, please, that's a tough one there. I'm telling you.
Tougher on the rookie. Foster coming back in, and Crozier gets a nice hand as he leaves with 6 points in this first half. His first game after sitting out the last 10 days. Williamson makes the fake. There's the foul. And no question about that as the veteran hangs up the rookie. So the second foul on Harrison. He's been doing a better job staying out of foul trouble, which was a real problem a little earlier when he got some very valuable playing time with all the injuries. But right now he's up front with Jeff Foster. Scott Pollard, again, not playing tonight because of the back injury, and that continues now. He's been out the last 10 games. Williamson, where he likes it.
Too easy on his own. He had a little lob. I mean, that wasn't challenged very well at all.
Pacers, though, still lead by 9. Sixers have won their last 2 road games to lift them to 3 and 8 on the road. Was that deflected? Yeah, they say it'll be Indiana ball. So, Quinn, you were talking about the ease of Corliss Williamson getting in.
Yeah, in a zone, this is the area that you should be protecting. If you watch right here, Williamson gets a chance to get it. Now watch, he just runs right down the lane, and nobody gets to him. You can't let anybody get there. If he's standing anywhere in that area against a zone, there's got to be at least 2 people around him. There were not in that zone.
Rick Carlisle takes out Harrison with the 2 fouls. Austin Crozier back in. Rick tonight the liberty of actually making these kind of changes with 12 players dressed for only the 2nd time this year. He already went to 10 different players in the first quarter. Freddie Jones tries to save it. And Crozier punches it to Foster. A little volleyball action there.
A lot of great effort is what that was. I mean, Jeff Foster kept it alive initially, and I wasn't sure Fred could get to the ball, but athletic enough on that long one to get it coming back to a position where the Pacers can get control.
And a foul there on Philly, and Willie Green has his 2nd personal.
See, Fred gets his save here. I mean, he just tries to get it airborne, if you will. Got it airborne, and then Austin came up with it.
Austin Crozier has made some spectacular saves already, so the Pacers hustling, and Reggie Miller could give them a double figures lead with 2 from the foul line. Nothing but the net for Reggie Miller. 24,438 points in his illustrious career. Moving in on number 12 all-time, Patrick Ewing. And Reggie's about 375 away. He has 10 points tonight and 5 of 5 from the foul line. And Indiana by 11, trying to stop the red-hot Allen Iverson for 3. And he hits, and he's just fading away off balance. 21 points for Iverson in the first half, but the good news, the Pacers have held them to 7 in the 2nd quarter.
This guy can make tough shots, I'm telling you.
Iverson held to just 15 in the first game against Indiana. He missed 18 of his 23 shots, and Reggie Miller now feeling it.
Good sight to see. Good sight to see. Yeah, it really is, because Green is a scorer. Reggie was able to step into that shot with ease.
Reggie having the 3 days rest, and you could see it helping him out. Over the weekend, it was back-to-back, and the 2nd game in Chicago, season low of 4 points for Reggie. The only game he's been under double figures this year, shooting 2 of 13 in that one. Tonight, 3 of 4 from the line, from the field's 5 of 5 from the foul line. And right there, he gets Willie Green, foul number 3. And we'll have a timeout. A little over 2 minutes to go. Reggie finds the hoop.
With a smooth ride, available navigation system, and luxuriously quiet interior, the new Jeep Liberty Limited Edition makes you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, even when you're not. Get 0% financing plus holiday bonus cash plus a holiday cash allowance for up to $4,200 in total savings through January 3rd.
You are so cute.
No, you're cuter.
See how adorable you are. I wish you were here.
Dude, she sounds hot. Get me on the horn.
Is someone there?
The television?
Honey, hang up the phone. What was that? I can't believe you.
So, how about that game last night?
Yeah.
And we welcome you back to Conseco Fieldhouse. Everybody, make sure you stick around for the halftime show. On Pacers game night, we told you about holiday parties that recently were hosted by Jermaine O'Neal, Jeff Foster, and Fred Jones. Coming up at halftime, we'll see how one of those parties has actually sparked a new rivalry within the Pacers locker room. You got to stick around to check that out. That's coming up at halftime, so stay tuned. Al?
And Reggie Miller off to a good start. He and Jeff Foster share the team scoring honors here in the first half. 12 points apiece. And Reggie Miller squaring off against Allen Iverson, who has scored 21 of the Sixers' 38 points. The next leading scorer for the Sixers, Corliss Williamson and Mark Jackson, each with 4 points. Reggie Miller, who had not taken a foul shot in his last 2 games, and he is making up for it here tonight. One of the top 5 all-time best foul shooters, and he continues to bat 1,000 this season. 29 for 29 in this his 8th ball game. Pacers by a dozen. Green stays on the floor with the 3 fouls, and that's what he does best, finding a hole. Willie Green has started the last 4 games, and what got him into the starting lineup, Philly was down by 18 in the game against Denver. He came off the bench and in 15 minutes exploded for 17 points. Miller thought he had that one just short. It was right on line.
Well, I thought he had him too.
Iverson gets by 2 of the Pacers. That leaves Williamson open. Foster gets the hand on it. And Jones and Johnson in the backcourt. Tinsley on the bench with 3 personal fouls. Jamal had that quick start, 7 points in the first quarter. Jones gets some room. Jackson takes a dive. Foster heads in, knocking over several bodies on the way, and just Jeff totally out of control. That's a tough pass to Foster at that point.
That's a great call, Al. It is a tough pass to Jeff. You have to give Jeff a pass where he can see where it's going. You can see he had to reach back for the ball, so Jeff could not see what was in front of him, so he ended up running over the defender.
Foster's made 6 of his 7 shots tonight. Got to pick up a little bit with the rebounds. Only 4 in this first half.
He just picked up a steal that time.
He's averaged 16 rebounds a game over the last 4. 65 boards to be exact in the last 4 games for the workhorse, Jeff Foster. Reggie open just for the moment. This time they get it to Foster to be able to make his moves.
Got no lift. He's tired. He had absolutely no lift on that.
Iverson against Johnson. Squirts by, and the foul.
First of all, if you can't be getting to the rim, somebody's got to step up as soon as the man is beat. or beaten, if you will.
So Foster gets his second personal foul. And here is Iverson. He finds the seam.
Yeah, I think Jeff is the guy that Rick has got to be looking to get out because he didn't have any of the pop to get over there in position to get the foul, so he ended up reaching.
Iverson, 23 points. He has hit 7 of 13 from the floor. One of those a three-pointer, 8 of 10 from the foul line. So there's no question about it. Allen Iverson understands the historic nature of this game, trying to join only Wilt Chamberlain and Michael Jordan to become the third player all time in the NBA to score 50 points in 3 consecutive ball games. Well, Friday, a special presentation of Fox NFL Sunday. Brett Favre leads the Packers against Dante Culpepper and the Vikings, and both teams fighting for playoff position. Coverage of the Fox NFL Sunday special begins Friday at 3 Eastern Time. Well, those are the numbers over the last 5 for the offensive machine from Philadelphia. He's averaged 40 points a game over the last 5. He has taken the scoring leadership in the NBA, something he's won already on 3 occasions. He's moved a full point ahead of Kobe Bryant. And trying to carry the Philadelphia 76ers up in that Atlantic division. Although they're 4 under 500, they're just 2.5 games behind the first place Knicks, who are 13 and 12. Harrison is in for Foster. Crozier has come up short with his outside shots here tonight.
No, I just looked at Allen Iverson telling his guys he wants to try to get this thing down again going into the half. So they go flat with what they call it. The help looks like it should be on Fred Jones' side because you got 2 non-shooters over there, and that's exactly where they forced the ball.
It leaves Iguodala open, and Fred Jones has it. He has time. Jones shoots.
Oh, I thought he had it too. He had one more dribble in him.
So Allen Iverson scores 23 in his hunt for 50 here tonight. 23 at the half, very much in range. But it's been all Iverson. It's not been enough for the Sixers, who trail the hometown Pacers at halftime.
There's only 2 weeks to deal on America's hottest products. For 2 weeks only, buy any new Dodge and make no monthly payments until May 2005. Or lease and pay no security deposit. Now, qualified returning Daimler Chrysler lessees can grab a Ram 1500 Quad Cab SLT for just $199 a month. Plus, grab Dodge's 770 Powertrain Limited Warranty. But you've got to get it in gear because 2 weeks to deal ends January 3rd.
At CarQuest, our people go above and beyond the call of duty to help the technician working on your car by supplying them with superior service and only quality auto parts. And with nearly 4,000 stores and over 130,000 CarQuest parts to choose from, we'll be there when you need us. CarQuest, the professional choice.
I will pass some blind curves.
I will back up on the interstate.
Disregard stop signs. Run red lights.
Refuse to yield.
Fall asleep at the wheel.
Tailgate at high speeds.
I will drink and drive.
Even in good weather, there are still hazardous driving conditions.
I will never see you coming. I will be out there, but safety starts with you. Buckle up, drive safe, arrive alive.
It's big, it's here, and it's better than ever. Toyotathon 05. The year's biggest event is on with the largest selection and great values on your favorite Toyota trucks. Like the awesome full-size Tundra, now with 1.9% financing for 60 months or 1,000 customer cash. And you have to see the all-new Tacoma, bigger and more powerful with an available 245 horsepower V6 engine. And check out its deck rail system. Toyotathon 05. Quality.
With NFL Sunday Ticket from DirecTV, you can go everywhere the action is.
Play with that!
Come on, 2 out of 3. Simon says arms out. Good. Nachos.
From stadium to stadium, all around the league.
Got it.
See this Sunday's pivotal matchups. Order NFL Sunday Ticket pay per day for just $39.99. Only from DirecTV.
Sand painting is practiced by many cultures. Notice how they place the sand, one grain at a time. They've been working on this piece for over 8 days. I'm sorry, no pictures, please. Just look at the detail.
Want to get away? Now you can. Go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $149 internet specials to 59 destinations nationwide. Purchased by January 16.
You are now free to move about the country.
Sports, FoxSports.com on MSN. Season's greetings from FSN Midwest.
Welcome back to Conseco Fieldhouse, everybody. Right now at the half, it's 50-42 Indiana Pacers, and we welcome you to our halftime show here on FSN Midwest. I'm your host, Stacey Pates. Now, if you were watching Pacers game night, we told you about Jermaine O'Neal, Jeff Foster, and Freddie Jones hosting some holiday parties. Well, there's one in particular that's gotten some things started in the locker room of the Indiana Pacers. Fred Jones, he may be the best dunker in the NBA right now, but you'll see that on this night, his skills were anything but a slam dunk.
Andy, yeah. What's wrong with Mark? Yo, I'm seeing double. I can't see.
Freddie is a much better basketball player than he is a video game player. And as obvious in the films, I don't think he beat me in a single thing, and he gave up on several things and quit on the kids and complained about the screen and said he was seeing double.
Yeah, Freddie, get last. Man, my thing is broke. Get last. Switch cars. Switch cars.
No, definitely they didn't get the best. You know, I got to get a kid some kind of glory, you know, and let them enjoy themselves today. You know, this is their day. It's not for me. So, of course, I let the kids win a couple games. You know, Jeff, he's a big kid at heart.
I don't know what Fred Jones has going on, but basketball is definitely in his best interest to stick with.
Come on.
Now, doesn't everybody do that? You know, if you're playing tennis and you can't hit the ball, you blame the racket. How's Freddie going to blame the game? It's okay, Freddie. If you can't drive, it's okay. We're not mad at you. And Jeff said you need to stick with basketball, so we'll watch you on the court in the second half. We'll be back with more on the halftime report from Conseco Fieldhouse coming right back at you. It's 50-42 Pacers. We'll be right back.
It's 2 weeks to deal, where qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can lease the exciting Sebring sedan for just $149 a month. Or choose the spacious Town & Country, the first minivan with stow-and-go seating and storage. And even the adventurous four-wheel drive Jeep Liberty, your choice for only $149 a month. Plus, pay no security deposit. But hurry, 2 weeks to deal ends January 3rd. So get to your Chrysler and Jeep superstores today.
Wednesday and Thursday only at Circuit City. All CDs are on sale for just $9.99 or less. Choose from thousands of the hottest CDs. All on sale for just $9.99 or less Wednesday and Thursday only. And while you're there, be sure to pick up a Circuit City gift card, too. It's the perfect gift for everyone on your list. Last-minute shopping has never been easier. Hurry into Circuit City today.
You're just what I needed.
This holiday season, take a look at what you have. You may discover you're already rich.
This week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period.
Tiger Woods, the Eagles' Terrell Owens, and former Lakers coach Phil Jackson.
This week at 9 and midnight Eastern.
Hey, hey, hey! It's Fred Albert!
Hey, hey, hey! Watch me play. Now this one is going through the rafters, and before it hits the bottom of the net, I will have filled out my official NBA All-Star ballot.
Throw it down, big man.
Okay. Hey, Hey, what did I say?
Send your favorite players to NBA All-Star 2005 in Denver. Watch all the action live February 20th on TNT.
It's 50-42 Indiana Pacers here at Conseco Fieldhouse. And we thank you for joining us on our halftime report. And the Pacers, of course, will be playing on Christmas Day here at Conseco Fieldhouse against the reigning world champion Detroit Pistons. And also another game to tell you about on Monday night. Baron Davis has been activated for New Orleans and might possibly make an appearance on the court on Monday versus the Pacers. 7 p.m. Tickets are still available. Go to Ticketmaster, call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS, or you can go to Pacers.com or KonsecoFieldhouse.com. Right now, Allen Iverson leads all scorers with 23 points, and Reggie Miller chipped in 14, which leads all Indiana Pacers. Here's a look at Reggie Miller. 14 for him in the first half. It's 50-42. We'll be back for the second half next.
There's only 2 weeks to deal on America's hottest products. For 2 weeks only, buy any new Dodge and make no monthly payments until May 2005. Or lease and pay no security deposit. Now, qualified returning Daimler Chrysler lessees can grab a Dodge Grand Caravan SXT for just $199 a month. Plus, grab Dodge's 770 Powertrain Limited Warranty. But you've got to get it in gear, because 2 weeks to deal ends January 3rd.
Fajitas. Ooh, fajita. Ah!
Ooh, fajitas. There's a whole new way to look at fajitas.
Ooh, fajitas.
The Fajita Grill Stuffed Burrito from Taco Bell. Loaded with authentic carne asada steak and grilled fajita vegetables. All wrapped in a flour tortilla and grilled to go.
Ooh, fajitas.
For sizzling fajita taste, think outside the bun.
I will pass some blind curves.
I will back up on the interstate.
Disregard stop signs. Run red lights. Refuse to yield.
Fall asleep at the wheel.
Tailgate at high speeds.
I will drink and drive.
Even in good weather, there are still hazardous driving conditions.
I will never see you coming. I will be out there, but safety starts with you. Buckle up. Drive safe. Arrive alive.
We got boats. We got boats at the Ted's Aquamarine.
Your Mercury outboard dealer. Visit us today for great service, selection, and top name brand boats at affordable prices. The 28th Annual Open House and Fishing Clinic is going on January 8th. Pro fisherman Denny Brower at 11 a.m. and Sunday, local pros at 11 a.m.
Get the boat you want when you see what you like at Ted's Aquamarine.
It's big, it's here, and it's better than ever. Toyotathon 05. The year's biggest event is on with the largest selection and great values on your favorite Toyota trucks. Like the awesome full-size Tundra, now with 1.9% financing for 60 months or 1,000 customer cash. And you have to see the all-new Tacoma, bigger and more powerful with an available 245 horsepower V6 engine. And check out its deck rail system. Toyotathon 05. Quality, selection, value. Now that's moving you forward.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Welcome back to Conseco Fieldhouse. We are at halftime, and the Indiana Pacers are halfway from 100 points in this game, and Allen Iverson is almost halfway to 50. He has 23 at the half, but his last ball game he had 51 and the Sixers lost. Again, he's putting up the points. Fans want to see him score. They're seeing him do that, but the rest of his team, the next high scorer is 4. A lot of Sixers standing around. They trail the Pacers by 8.
I mean, that's what happens when you have a guy that scores so much like Allen Iverson. I mean, he's a tremendous scorer. I don't think there's any doubt about it. And what the Pacers have been trying to do is to corral him, but he is so clever with the basketball and such a good athlete. He can get into places that most people have trouble. If you don't get to him early, Al, he can knock down shots with range. And once you start getting there, then he looks for the opportunity to get to the rim. So the Pacers have got to hold everybody else down because Allen Iverson is having a good first half.
All right, Quinn, let's crunch the numbers in the first half. Pacers shooting well, 47 points, 47% led by Reggie Miller with 14 points. 12 of 15 from the foul line. That 8 of 10 for Philadelphia from the foul line, that's all Allen Iverson. Pacers +3 on the board.